Hey folks, I know you were probably expecting the theme song here, but instead it's me, Pat Reber. I just have a couple of quick notes for the episode you're about to listen to. Number one, this is not episode 61 as scheduled today. We're very sorry. We had a few technical issues. We're going to get that one out as soon as we can, but we haven't missed a Thursday yet. We're not going to start today. What you're about to hear is a bonus episode that we're publishing just a little early, so please still tune in. This is a very fun one. We've got a very cool guest and a fun special surprise that you can spoil for yourself in the show notes if you want to, or just wait till we talk about it about 2/3 of the way through the episode. Note number two. Okay, we also had some technical issues recording this bonus episode. The sound at the beginning is a little below our usual quality. I'll ask you to bear with us. We did everything we could to fix it. It definitely gets better as the show goes on, but the content, I promise, is still delicious. So please enjoy that. And yeah, I'll talk to you on the other side of the theme song. Bye-bye.
I'm Trish Toby with WARC reporting to you live from Westchester, New York, where there appears to be some sort of mutant menace on the loose.
Hey, everybody, I'm Pat Reber.
And I'm Matt Aukamp.
And I'm Toby Aukamp.
And say it with us, Pete.
Welcome to
Mutant
Mutant
Menace.
Menace. I didn't press the button because it's a bonus episode and I don't have to if I don't want to.
All right. I'll
actually just
edit
forgot.
it in, I guess.
I actually just forgot.
We'll just all sound awful.
I actually just forgot to edit it in is the thing, or to press the button. And Pat forgot to edit it in.
Pete doesn't come in for the bonus episodes, so
He can't fly in from Australia just for the bonus episodes.
yeah. He ought to be saying it.
Pete, get out of here. Pete, sneak out before Pat can see you. Otherwise, you'll be pretty embarrassed. Okay, thanks.
What was that?
Nothing.
Welcome to Mutant Menace, everybody. Just like I said, am Pat Reber. We are here with a bonus episode. I have my co-host Matt Aukamp, and as you may have heard, a third voice. Toby Aukamp is here.
Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Aukamp's son.
This is my son.
He did birth me a while ago.
I birthed him. And look, I'm such a feminist that I was like, you know what? I'm doing this one. Hey, my girlfriend, when I'm 19, sit this one out. You've done enough.
And I think that spoke volumes to all women everywhere, too.
Yeah. That's how you end up 40 and single, folks. You be this much of a feminist.
Toby, thank you for being here with us for a pretty weird one. I think as listeners must have figured out by now, if your dad dies, you are going to finish out the rest of this podcast with me.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen soon, but maybe. I don't know, but I think I can take the mantle.
Maybe is always on the table, I guess.
Maybe's on the table for everybody. We have to get to modern day. We have to catch up to the X-Men. It doesn't matter that more X-Men comics are released per month than issues that we cover per month. We still somehow we will catch up one day, and we have to. It's in our contract. The $70 that we get from Patreon obligates us to
it. If you didn't read the title today, we're going to cover Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men, as well as the X-Men versus the Texas State Fair.
Wait, hold on. I think you misread the title.
No, I think that's it.
So that's what when I got that comic and it was sitting on the coffee table, Toby came over to watch the Attacky Titans, and that's what he said. He was like, "Oh, I had to look closer at that because I thought it said the X-Men versus the State Fair of Texas, which would have been a fucking fantastic comic. Like, the X-Men just show up in a town and they're like, us versus all of you. Come get it.
Yeah, I think Big Tex is the ultimate villain. You're right, Matt. It is the Uncanny X-Men at the State Fair of Texas.
Yeah.
In battle at the State Fair of Texas.
That's true. Man, Pat, what do we even want to start with? What do we want to give background? Like, how do we do this fucking episode?
Let's talk a little about Obnoxio at first, and then encourage folks to stick around when we get to Texas State Fair, because we have a little treat this episode.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Before we do that, why don't we talk to Toby a little bit? Toby.
Yep.
What kind of experience do you have with the X-Men?
I don't have very much. Most of my knowledge is from my dad because he's very obsessed with them. So I've gleaned a lot over the years.
Yeah, I have to imagine you have an above average knowledge of the X-Men just genetically.
Definitely. There's a lot of X-Men where I hear about them and then I just ask him like, what do they do? And then he goes on like a 30-minute hour explanation of every X-Men that there is.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think is the most obscure X-Man you can name?
After today,
you can't say Eques.
Damn, that was my next line. I really don't have an answer because I feel like any one I would say would be a common one.
Yeah, I'm setting you up to be laughed at, probably.
Well, here's the other thing: is like, how would he know? If I'm his dad, how would he know what people do or don't know about the X-Men?
Well, that was the point. Like, what do you think is the most obscure one of the ones that you know?
But for him, that might be like Cyclops.
Yeah, if you say like Colossus.
I talk about him the least. And then you'd be like, well, everybody knows the common ones like Pixie and Anoli and iBoy. But I think probably the most obscure one I know is Cyclops.
All right, we'll go with Cyclops. Everybody can laugh at you a bit for it.
But Toby,
is Professor Exa?
What X-Men have you read? I know you've read the Astonishing X-Men, Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men run.
I have a long time ago. Is that the one where Kitty Pryde goes through the whole Earth with a big bullet?
Spoilers!
What?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, it was in the mid 2000s after Grant Morrison's new X-Men run. And that is an example of a time you were over here and you grabbed an issue and you went upstairs to your room, or you grabbed a trade and you read it. And then like 30 minutes later, you come back down and you grab the next trade and you go back upstairs. And then like 20 minutes later, you come back down and you've read the whole thing in a day. And then you came back down and asked me some questions and I went on for probably an hour.
Yeah, there was probably a ton of people in there I had no idea about. I think in these comics today, I did know everyone. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
except
some pretty primary teams here, I think.
Except for Ariel.
Okay, we'll get to Ariel. We'll explain Ariel to you. You know who Ariel is, but we will explain it. Pat, what the fuck is Obnoxio the Clown?
So, Obnoxio the Clown was the mascot, the second iteration, I believe, of their attempt to put in an Alfred E. Newman-like character into their spoof magazine Crazy. This was also not their first attempt at making their own Mad magazine.
Yeah, they did. It started in 1975, and it wasn't until issue 63 that they ditched their old mascot, Irving Nebbish.
Okay.
Listeners at home will be going, yeah, of course we know Irving Nebish.
Irving Nebish.
That guy, Irving Nebish, who we all are familiar with. Larry Hama took over as editor, right?
Yeah, Larry Hama took over as editor. He created Obnoxio the Clown as this weird little mascot that got his own feature strip in the magazine, and then very shortly after handed it over to Alan Kupperberg, who I believe wrote the majority of the Obnoxio stories for that magazine. But
that's my understanding, yeah.
He appeared almost exclusively in Crazy Magazine. I think there are some appearances of him maybe here and there through Marvel Comics, like What Ifs and stuff like that. But
sure,
this is his only ever actual comic. It was a one-shot starring Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men, because it is the title that's skyrocketing to the top at this time. This is going to be in 1983, so early 1983. We're taking a bit of a step back from the main continuity here.
Our lineup here is Colossus, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, Angel. That remember that like 2 months that Angel was on
period.
And what was her name at this time? Sprite?
This should be Sprite, yeah.
Is Kitty Pryde.
Just call her Kitty.
Yeah, it's Kitty Pryde. That's the team right now. So, yeah, again, with Angel there, that gives you a pretty narrow window of when this occurred. Is this just pre-Dark Phoenix, or is this just post-Dark Phoenix?
This would be just post-Dark Phoenix, because Kitty is here, Jean is gone.
By the time, you're right. By the time this comes out, Angel's already off the team.
Yes, but we can imagine this is a story that took place
during those, yeah.
So they also mentioned that it's Kitty's birthday, and I wonder if it coincides with
the other Kitty's birthday issue.
The other story we've read about Kitty's birthday.
Right, where
there's another one.
There's another one. So Kitty shows Ileana all around the mansion, because Ileana's like.
Because Ileana aged 7 years in a matter of seconds.
Exactly. And so she's taking her all around the mansion and showing her everything there. And it's all a distraction to set up for Kitty's birthday party. Like the last place they visit, she's like, oh no, the lights are off. Oh man, we're being attacked. And then it's like, surprise. And it's all the X-Men and all the Starjammers and Lalandra Niriyami of the Shi'ar, who... is supposed to be fighting a galactic civil war because her whole empire got taken over by an evil villain, but instead she's just hanging around to celebrate.
She's got
Kitty's
a 15-year-old's birthday party to attend.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I guess this is maybe the same time as that. We should have done the research and figured out that this is the same month. Do you remember what issue that is in? Me neither.
No. This is also considered to be like the peak of Marvel's arrogance. Not of any individual person's arrogance, but Marvel as a whole saying, oh, we can do anything. Our readership is so strong that we can create these one-off issues that have absolutely no impact on it's all just winks to the reader.
Did it sell?
At the time, I think it did. Actually, I don't know. I'm just making things up.
And I think Obnoxio does end up coming back like way later, like in modern day, right? But just like this for like specials, like he's...
Yeah, this isn't the only appearance. As far as I know, this is still the only Obnoxio-headed comic.
And he's just fucking Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's just He's Deadpool before Deadpool, and he also doesn't have any sort of fighting skills.
Yeah, but he narrates through like little asides that are just making smart aleck comments and talking about how screwed up he is, how twisted he is.
His twisted little mind. Yeah, and like talking metatextually about the comics and about the reader and making pop culture jokes that I don't fucking understand any of.
I didn't get a single one.
Yeah, I was like, who?
I was going to ask you guys.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We were both still dead when this comic came out.
Yeah. This is way before we lived.
Mm-hmm.
Way before?
Okay, it's a little bit before we lived.
All right, Toby.
All right. So who wants to read Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men? Something slimy this way comes.
One of you two for sure. One of the Aukamp boys.
Try.
You want to give it a try?
The old Aukamp boys.
The Aukamp boys are here. All right.
So the script and art and letters and colors are by Alan Kupperberg.
He does it all.
He's a thing. Even
that's a lot of things.
He's a man of many talents, Alan Kupperberg.
That is, I will say, not to interrupt you already, Toby, but that is a real workhorse, right? This is somebody that has been slaving away in the magazine department for years.
Yeah.
Writing these comics, doing it all from scratch himself. So he was like, you know what? I still got it. I can do a full issue entirely on my own. It's just like, it's scrappy. Good for you.
I'm also going to say that this is sort of the early era of like the black and white 1980s indie comics, right? This is when indie comics are really starting to pick up. So the idea of somebody doing their own, all the art, all the writing, all the colors, all the letters
that's real comics, man.
It's real comics and it's happening. And this must have looked to people on the shelves at the time, kind of like Marvel doing the indie comics thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But
yeah.
This isn't black and white, but
it's not indie by any means.
And it's not indie, but like, I imagine that this is at least somewhat inspired by that movement, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right around the corner from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Okay, so our editor today is Larry Hama. He also created Obnoxio the Clown.
Yeah.
It's all his fault, the credits say.
Yeah.
And Jim Shooter is our editor-in-chief.
Who's that?
Who?
Jim Shooter?
I've never heard of him.
I think you must be reading that wrong.
Yeah, there must be a typo.
Jim Shooter.
No?
Stop saying his name.
My copy says Timmy Trooper, so I don't know. You must be.
I think I was reading something else, I guess. The release date for this comic is January 4th, 1983. Cover date is April 1983. A strange little clown man arrives at the Xavier mansion, sporting green polka dots, makeup, and a big stinky cigar. He explains through a combination of narration and monologue that he's here at Xavier's request as a birthday surprise for Kitty.
Oh.
But a shadowy figure watches his entrance, worrying the clown may dash his dastardly plans.
Yeah. I mean, he's just this grumpy, like, hobo-looking clown. He's in like a raggedy clown outfit. He's reading the directions to the house on like a scrap of toilet paper. He's refusing to tip the cabbie.
Oh, yeah.
And that's screwed up.
I forgot about the toilet paper.
Like, you want a tip? Don't bet on horses.
He's also, Xavier reveals that Kitty's favorite magazine is Crazy Magazine, which was canceled immediately before. They gave this to Andy Kupperberg because they canceled Crazy Magazine.
They canceled Kitty Pryde's favorite magazine? Those monsters!
I also have to say that he said that he normally spends his Wednesday night. Well, I guess this is on a Wednesday night because he said that he normally spends them shark fishing. I thought that was very interesting.
He's a shark fisher.
He's a shark fisher in his free time.
So we knew he was a shark fisherman. That's not a every Wednesday night thing. He's not even on the coast.
He does it at the aquarium.
Inside the mansion, Xavier is alerted to a presence of a new mutant by Cerebro and hopes that whatever this is doesn't ruin his surprise for Kitty. Crazy is her favorite magazine. Before he can account for this, though, Cerebro explodes and knocks him unconscious.
It's always doing
no.
that. Why does it do this so often?
It really explodes this time. It's not just like a zap to him or something like it usually is. It is the screen blows out and fire shoots out at him.
What I was thinking, I thought it would be so fucking funny if they killed Professor X in Obnoxio #1. Like, this was the death of Professor X. Like, Scott runs in and like, he's dead.
It wouldn't be outside of Marvel's business practices at the time to be like, if you want to know about this, you have to pick up Obnoxio #1.
It's also funny that Professor X hired. That's true. It's also funny that Professor X hired clearly the cheapest clown he could find.
I thought his explanation for why he hired him was very funny. It was like, she's 15, so I have to get her a clown.
I have to get her a clown.
Like a 15-year-old, that's a common thing they like.
Well, also, I have to keep assuming that Kitty's maturity is all over the place. She only hangs out with other adults.
Yeah.
She must be both deeply immature and incredibly mature at the same time, right? Like, she must be like, she's like both 10 years old and 40 years old at all times.
She's also an only child, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the same complex.
Yeah, Toby knows all about this.
Yeah, no offense to you, Toby, or myself. It's
Hearing the explosion, Scott rushes in to find the professor unconscious and having just heard Cerebro going nuts. Assuming a mutant threat is about, just as Obnoxio the clown knocks on the front door. They open up a trap door and imprison him and rush to see who this jerk is. But by the time they get to his cell, Obnoxio has blown a hole in the wall and broken out, thanks to the contents of his clown suitcase.
A lot of what he does here is just using clown stuff to be like almost like a super spy assassin.
He apparently, in his clowning suitcase, he's got a whole rack of half-used CO2 cartridges for his seltzer gun.
He loves seltzer.
He uses those and his exploding cigar to make a bomb.
Oh man, so when the X-Men are rushing there, it's one of my favorite things of like comics that have to use excessive narration to set up like for new readers. So
yeah.
Cyclops is running down the hallway and he's like, Angel, Sprite, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Storm, you're all here. Good. And it's just like, makes me think of like, what if they still did that all the way to the 2000s when there's like 30 X-Men? Yeah. Wolverine, Storm, Colossus, Iceman, Nightcrawler, Namor, Dr. Nemesis, Emma, Magneto, Pixie, Adler, Warbot, Psylocke. He's like out of breath. He passes out, and they're like, he always does this. We have to wait 5 minutes before he'll give us our mission.
I was also very confused why the X-Men have a Scooby-Doo booby trap on their front door.
New to me.
Yeah, they've never used it before. They'll never use it again.
It's never come up with no exits, too. There's no way to get out down there.
It's just a wall with no doors.
Yeah.
A room with no doors.
In all the commotion, a man calling himself I Scream melts himself into a pink dairy-based goo and seeps into the mansion through the faulty seal of a basement window. Beware, X-Men! Here comes I Scream! He shouts.
The X-Men, their security is so poor.
How are you supposed to defend against ice cream? No one's ever thought about that.
Water, just make it a little watertight. Like Hydro Man could show up at any moment and flood your whole basement.
Yeah. I have like 15 notes here. First of all, why wouldn't you call yourself the Ice Scream Man? That's so much more menacing.
Fuck.
Second of all, this doesn't come across over audio, but it is EYE dash scream, the I scream man. Why not just I, the letter I?
Right.
First person I scream man.
And there is nothing about his appearance or his power set that have anything to do with eyes.
Nothing I.
He's just a man who turns into ice cream like Alex Mack.
Okay, that brings me to my third point. How does he know he's ice cream?
He can turn into any flavor he wants.
Yeah, but so how does he know that that's ice cream? Somebody would have had to have
ate him.
Had some, right? Or even just like a scientist taking a scoop and being like, milk and sugar and a little bit of egg, one egg yolk.
Do you think? But if he goes, because we see him a couple times being half ice cream. Maybe if he goes half ice cream, he eats his own toe or whatever. Maybe it just goes right back.
Okay. Fourth point. I could never have this power because I would cannibalize myself.
You just sit there with your hand and turn it into different flavors and be like, "Ooh, I wonder what lime ice cream tastes like." You've lost a whole finger, and you're like, "Ooh, I wonder what buttered popcorn ice cream tastes like."
I won't do it again. I'll just get a few bites in today. Tomorrow we quit.
And then you're on some weird shit. You're like, I wonder what dust ice cream tastes like.
I'll bet they could make it taste good. I just, not quite there. Let's try a little more sugar.
Oops, I ate my memories of elementary school by accident.
Okay, fifth and final point, and then I'll let you continue, Toby. Thank you for your patience. How does he know who the X-Men are and that they're training here at the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters? That is a secret.
Okay. Here's my headcanon here. He's a mutant.
Yes.
He applied. Like, okay,
no.
there's a, not even he applied. All right, I'm imagining there's a Lost X-Men comic where Cerebro goes off, the X-Men go, they find Ice Scream, and they're like, a new mutant, what do you do? And they say, do you want to join the X-Men? He says no, they beat him up. And they find out, because that's what they used to do, they find out that he turns into ice cream, and he's like, you know what, I think I will join the X-Men. And they're like, ooh, you know what? Gosh, I just remembered, I forgot our membership badges at home.
Why don't you sit tight?
We'll
give you a call.
Don't worry. If it takes us a little bit to get back to you, you just hang out here. We'll be back.
And here we are 20 years later.
And he's very muscular, and he's got like a cat burglar suit with a Batman hood. And he is breaking into the X Mansion.
See, I'm not sure if they did reject him or not, though, because he doesn't even say that he wants to be the most like powerful mutant. He just says that he wants to be like the mutant with the coolest power.
He already is.
I just want to be the coolest guy, and that's why I want to kill you.
Why? He doesn't generate ice cream. He turns into ice cream. This is the most useless power. Like, this is... I hadn't thought about this when I was reading it. It's just like... I was thinking of it as like, oh yeah, he turns into ice cream short. Like, I was just thinking of it as a guy who creates ice cream. No, he turns into ice cream. You can't eat him or he's dead and gone.
Yeah.
And we do know Kitty loves ice cream, so we should... Hopefully she doesn't run into him here.
He's also... It's worth mentioning... Sorry, I guess I'll make a sixth point. He does need an unstable molecule chest refrigeration unit to keep himself... I don't know if it's to keep himself solid. That's the only thing. Because he turns it off in order to melt enough so he can ooze his way through the door.
Well, I imagine it's because when he doesn't have his refrigeration unit, he's not ice cream anymore. He's custard. Ew, I don't like that one. But he'd just be custard. He's just custard if he's not frozen. He's custard. He's like, I also think the fact that he has an unstable molecule suit means he's been in contact with Reed Richards.
Yeah, he's had connections with the Fantastic Four.
He also got rejected from the Fantastic Four.
We already have one of those sort of.
Remember, that's the first issue of Spider-Man. Is he tries to join the Fantastic Four and they say no.
Oh yeah,
it's the same with Ice Cream.
Sorry, son. It's more family. That's a good Reed Richards.
And he's like, what about She-Hulk? She's not fam. All right, gotta go. We left our membership badges inside.
Okay, one final thing.
By all means,
talking about Ice Cream.
He does say a couple things right before he goes in. He said it would be easy as pie, a la mode, and lickety banana split.
Why does he say lickety banana split?
I'll get it done. Lickety banana split.
It's like, I think lickety split is probably already like an ice cream term.
I gotta say, Alan Kupperberg, credit to him for his lettering, where you know the way that he's saying it because of the bolding and stuff. He says, easy as pie, a la mode.
Here's the thing about this. He's thinking it. There's no audience. Yeah. He's thinking this stuff. This is how he thinks in his brain. This is a damaged man. I mean, I guess he ate so much of his own body that's going to drive anyone insane.
It comes out of the brain first.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to move on.
The X-Men confront Obnoxio and demand answers, but there's no time for that now as they jump him instead. But in their rush, they forgot to work as a team, and Obnoxio takes them out one by one. This was crazy. Cyclops and Wolverine converge on him, and he just hops on his unicycle and slips away, and they just collide into each other.
That's a pretty good strategy.
Colossus comes at him, and he uses an electric hand buzzer, and he's just out of commission.
Supercharged.
He does Nightcrawler with sneezing powder, and it just causes him to teleport around randomly. That was my favorite one. That was really good.
Dude, that was brilliant. That was legitimately a very good joke.
And you keep seeing it happen in the background. So this happens to Nightcrawler for like 10 minutes. That's so torturous.
It's very good. It is happening in the background as the rest of the comic continues. And then I guess Storm and Kitty and Angel are just hanging back.
They don't want none of this heat. You see this happen and you're like, fuck, no. Let the clown go.
The three statistically that are afraid of clowns.
Angel was here and he was not the first person knocked unconscious. So that
means he's staying out of it.
Yeah, just like on that basis alone, I'm proud of our winged boy.
Can I ask, why does every iteration of X-Men have to have a winged boy? Why is there always a winged boy? I feel like there's a lot of them, right? There's the Banshee guy. He kind of has wings.
He doesn't have wings.
There's a guy with metal wings. There's another guy that looks exactly like Angel. Ooh. There's Archangel.
You're naming the same person several times
over and over again.
He's gone through a lot of changes in his life. But there's Angel. There's Icarus, who looks exactly like Angel, but his wings are red. There's a man we'll be meeting later in this episode. Eques. Who else has wings? Pixie has wings. Banshee and Storm and so there's a lot of guys that don't have wings. but they do capes in a way that function as wings.
But they look like they're winged. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you need a winged boy, I think.
I think that's the thing. I think that's always the thing, is that you need a
You need a winged boy. You want to be a superhero team? You better get yourself a winged boy.
You do need a flyboy. In most teams, you need a flyboy.
You need a flyboy.
Or fly girl.
All right. Don't get too woke on me here. Everyone knows girls can't fly.
Meanwhile, Ice Cream has oozed his way into the Danger Room control room.
If anything in the fucking mansion is watertight, it's the Danger Room control room. All right, anyways. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
It's not ice cream tight. Where I guess they were all fighting because suddenly all the obstacles activate. Obnoxio uses his clown tricks to disable all of them, but is exhausted by the end of it and finds himself surrounded by the X-Men. Before Wolverine can stab him to death, though, Xavier summons everyone to the control room where they all find him beside a man in a giant block of ice.
So, okay, this recap does not talk about how when Obnoxio comes soaring out of the Danger Room and finds himself surrounded by X-Men, the Danger Room was flooding, and to survive, he inflates a rubber chicken and puts it on his head like a helmet, like a diving helmet.
He said it was an aerated rubber chicken.
That would be worth. That would mean it would breathe and the water would come in. And if he fills it with air, he's suffocating himself. This wouldn't work.
From what I understand, this was pre-filled with oxygen. This was in his... Like, he's going on the oxygen that's already in that chicken to survive the flooding of the Danger Room.
Then Alan Kupperberg has him flopping on the ground like a fish, which is a pretty good visual.
Yeah.
And
also, Wolverine is ready to gut him.
He's going to murder Obnoxio the Clown, Kitty's favorite clown, right in front of her.
I'm sick of your pranks.
He also fought the Danger Room with cream pies, which I really liked. Lasers started shooting out at him, and he just threw a pie at them.
This is where a lot of his obscure references come from.
Okay, yeah. Should we get into some of these, or should we just go through them at the end? Let's go through them at the end. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Because we're right at the end.
Okay, I have one more point.
Okay.
So I think they were all trying to get him out of the Danger Room, right? They didn't want him in there. And I forgot about Nightcrawler. And then I realized after why he couldn't just go in there and rescue him. He was still sneezing.
He was still bouncing around.
Still sneezing everywhere. He could have just got him, but he was just sneezing too much.
They literally show him stop sneezing at this point when the Danger Room breaks open and he finally gets covered in water and the water washes it off. Unbelievable.
Turns out Xavier had woken up, sensed Ice Cream's presence in the control room, and set the thermostat to well below freezing.
Okay.
He explains that Obnoxio is actually here for Kitty as a birthday gift. To prove he's cool, Obnoxio covers the frozen ice cream in whipped cream and then refuses to perform and sprays Kitty with seltzer instead. The end.
That's first of all, okay. Yeah. First of all, that's performing. You spray the birthday girl with seltzer, you're performing. Sorry, clown. You performed.
Clap for Toby finishing the recap.
He's my son. So
I know he's rightfully offended by the X-Men attacking him. So he's like, I guess, taking the money and not giving a show.
If you step back from this just a second, what happened was a supervillain invaded the X-Men's inner sanctum, and they didn't notice because they were too busy fighting and losing to a clown that they invited.
This also,
yeah.
Can we go back for a second to
Please.
Xavier adjusting the temperature of the danger room control room low enough that it freezes a man in a block of ice.
Yeah, it doesn't just like turn
the
him
moisture
into...
in the air around him is being frozen.
When Kitty gets squirted in the face, she says, "Sports."
SFORTZ.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of these fucking references, because what are they? Okay, at some point when he's getting drowned in the water, he does say there's a callback. He says, "Water, and it ain't even Saturday." It's not
What?
It's not shark fishing day.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no.
No, because that's a
Wednesday.
Shark fishing is Wednesday. So what the hell is he talking about then?
I don't know.
He's covered in water and he says it ain't even Saturday. Is that a reference to something?
Then he says, wet Saturday.
Then he says, "Where's that pesky little Dutch brat when you need him?" What is that?
I think that was just racism.
No, that's got to be a reference to something. What? There's no stereotype about Dutch people.
Did they soak up water?
That's like they're in water all the time.
No, I think he's referring to Nightcrawler to teleport him out of there, right? It's like, where's that little Dutch brat?
Okay, all
Pesky
right.
Little Dutch brat. It's a new nickname for Nightcrawler. Kurt Rupert.
Kurt Rupert, new nickname. Okay, he does one of those Wheel of Fortune style, combining a bunch of pop culture things with similar. He says, "Just call me Deadeye Dick Tracy Hepburn."
Oh, right. Yeah.
So Deadeye Dick is, I know it's a Kurt Vonnegut novel, but what is it actually?
A private detective, I assume.
I don't know. Dick Tracy's a private detective.
Is he private detective? Is that his thing? I don't actually know what Dick Tracy does, except for beat up guys with funny heads.
Is he just a cop? No, I think he's like a private op. Oh, I don't know. So, and then Tracy Hepburn. I don't really know who that is. I recognize the name, but I don't know why.
I thought it was about Audrey Hepburn mixed with somebody else's name.
Deadeye Dick Tracy Hepburn, it says. It says Deadeye Dick Tracy Hepburn.
Keep repeating it.
Deadeye Dick Tracy Hepburn, Katharine Hepburn, and Spencer Tracy.
There is no Tracy Hepburn.
Tracy was Katharine Hepburn's husband.
Deadeye Dick is the Kurt Vonnegut novel. That appears to be the
only thing.
The first. There's also a band from the 90s, but
okay.
I don't think that's what he's
referring to. Yeah,
I think he's saying one of the Hepburns.
What are some other of these references?
At the very end,
he compares himself to Mac Sennett.
Who the fuck is
when
that?
When he's throwing cream pies and dancing around the danger rooms?
Who's
Mac Sennett is a silent era film star and producer. He was like a slapstick comedy guy. He was the star of Keystone Cops.
Did you know this or look it up?
I looked it up.
Okay.
And what is Sugar Babies?
Yeah, what is Sugar Babies?
That one I couldn't find any information on.
Like,
there
I know
are
there was a
things
candy
called Sugar Babies since then, like television shows or pornographies, it appears.
But he says, "Go and hire yourselves the cast of Sugar Babies." What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. I could not find a pre-1982 or 1983 reference.
Okay.
So we made it up.
So this is proto Deadpool right here, right? Like this was, but with, I mean, this is that thing about, what do you call it? Looney Tunes, right? Is Looney Tunes made all sorts of pop culture references, but even for their time, those references were outdated. They would be they'd be doing like Rat Pack references.
Right. They're doing FDR impressions in the 60s.
Exactly. And that's what's happening here, is he's doing these like really outdated. It'd be like if Deadpool sees a pretty lady and he's like, oh, it's like Cindy Crawford, right? Like, it's like,
yeah, these are 50-year-old references that he's making at the time.
At the time. And now they're 100 years old, literally.
One last fun fact about this issue.
Tell me it.
Ice Cream does get one more appearance. So he cannot join the loser league.
He couldn't possibly.
He does appear in August 2023 in the Krakoa era.
I'm gonna say, I think very few references still allows entry into the loser league, because like who there's somebody in the loser league that has a couple future references. They just don't. There's
certainly not Porter Mac.
No, not Porter Mac. Not Rockin' Redbone. We've got to go through the loser league again sometime. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to nominate. You can turn them down, but I'm going to nominate Ice Cream for the loser league.
Okay, we'll mull it over.
We'll mull it over.
While we do you guys want to talk about the Uncanny X-Men at the State Fair of Texas in Battle at the State Fair of Texas?
You know what, Pat? I can't wait to talk about Uncanny X-Men and at the State Fair of Texas, Battle at the State Fair of Texas.
Let's get into it then. Jim Salicrup plot, David Kraft script. You remember David Kraft, Matt?
I do. They need two writers to come up with this story. Yeah, David Kraft, he did the Defenders for a Day.
Defender for a Day, Dollar Bills, Defenders, Dystopia. I forget the
I don't know.
Carrie Gamble and Alan Kupperberg pencils. Alan Kupperberg is back.
More Alan Kupperberg. This is an Alan Kupperberg spectacular.
They need two people to pencil this one.
One to draw the boy and one to draw his horse body.
Chickstone inks, Rick Parker letters, Marie Severin colors, John Romita did the cover, which makes a lot of sense. It is a very John Romita cover.
Yeah.
No release date for this one officially.
Have fallen.
But the cover date was in October of 1983. Do we want to talk about?
Yeah, we need some background here.
So the background I can give is that around this time, Marvel, in its attempts to make money wherever it could, started going to different department stores and saying, hey, would you like your clothes to be featured worn by our characters?
What?
And
this is a Jim Stupid initiative, I'm guessing.
It has to be. The department store Sanger Harris which I've never heard of, one that they eventually reached the agreement with. And they printed these comics exclusively as supplements to the Dallas Times Herald. Now, there were 6 in total. The first 5 were Spider-Man, in one of which he fights the Dallas Cowboys, I believe.
He actually murders them. He kills all of the Dallas Cowboys.
Good. Fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah, good.
So by the time we got around to this one, it was no longer a Sanger Harris production. It seems like they had been removed. This was made directly for the Dallas Times Herald to be given out as a supplement to help advertise the Texas State Fair. Was this like a specific
division of Marvel? This is a small little group that makes the comics for the...
these are we know these writers and inkers, and we know that they're nobody's first choice for
besides John Romita, maybe, but
who only did the cover,
right?
But these are folks. They're working bullpen folk. They're the workhorses of Marvel at the time. Seems like they were just hey, please put together a comic in which Spider-Man fights the Dallas Cowboys.
And so then they visit the Texas State Fair.
This was just Texas State Fair, man.
It's a state fair. It started in 1886. It's just a bunch of businessmen got together and were like, "Hey, we want to promote like the commercial aspects of Dallas, Texas." So it's just it was yearly for. Let me look. It operated for certain periods of time. There's only a couple years that it didn't. 1918. Some of the mid 1930s, some of the mid 1940s. Oh, wars.
Oh yeah, those are some famous years.
And then 2019 to 2021. I wonder what happened there. So yeah, okay, all right. So let's just pretend it operated uninterrupted since 1886. And there's a racetrack. There was a racetrack that turned into a stadium called the Cotton Bowl, where I guess there is a yearly.
The Cotton Bowl.
You know the Cotton Bowl?
Yeah, a yearly college football game.
I just learned that. I
would not expect you to know that.
And then let's see. In the 1950s is when they got Big Tex, a 52-foot cowboy figure erected at the center of the grounds.
Just for comparison, how tall is the Statue of Liberty?
For comparison, the Statue of Liberty is 151 feet. So 1/3 of the Statue of Liberty is big fucking cowboy man. He's just a big cowboy with a big cowboy and like a country music cowboy, not like a real cowboy.
Yeah. He's got like
the difference.
Yeah, I know the difference. Have you never met a real cowboy before?
He looks like he's going square dancing.
Yeah, exactly. Elvis had performed at the Cotton Bowl before. There's a monorail system that was installed in the 1950s. Richard Nixon made an appearance in the 1950s.
Whoa. Richard Nixon?
And then right after this, so this comic book takes place just before they got their Ferris wheel.
Ooh, that's why there's no Ferris wheel in this comic.
You were wondering. You were like,
"What are we saying? Where's the Ferris wheel?"
Every comic
time the X-Men visit a location with the Ferris wheel.
Every time the X-Men visit any location, remember I have to cut it out of most episodes because you were asking it when they were in Magneto's underground volcano lair.
Well, there's supposed to be a ton of them around there. In Antarctica.
Under the ground. All right.
Where's the world's only indoor Ferris wheel?
I think that exists. I think there's an indoor Ferris wheel at the Mall of America, right?
What?
I could be wrong. Well, I could be wrong.
This is
if the X-Men fight the Mall of America, we'll know.
All right. So yeah, this is a pretty rare comic. It was printed specifically for the Dallas Times Herald.
That's right. And Matt, we had a difficult time finding this in order to read it for this podcast, right?
I had to find so not that, normally we're reading from Pat spent his vast fortune on every original X-Men comic book issue, whereas I collect them all in trades and I just fill in issues that aren't collected in trades here and there.
Yeah.
And usually those are weird issues where nothing very important happens. That's why they're not collected in trades, and I can find them pretty cheap. This one, this one wasn't that expensive, but I had to do some heavy eBaying to get this, and I ended up winning a lot of two. That's how I got this. I ended up having to spend more than I wanted to because at the time, the only really affordable auction I could find was for two of them. And I bought two Uncanny X-Men at the State Fair of Texas. I gave one to Patrick
as part of my birthday present.
And I have one here.
And you sent me it online.
Yeah, do you want to?
As a Google Drive.
I digitized it because there is no digital version of this anywhere.
Yeah. So if you are interested in reading this comic, there should be a link in the show notes to our digitized version of this. I don't think there are... this doesn't strike me as something someone would sue us over, but
if someone sues us, I'm going to be so mad at them.
Keep it to listeners. Maybe share it on Reddit or something, but don't tell them.
If any cops are listening, you have to email and tell us. And you don't have my permission, actually.
But tell your friends about it, by all means.
If you're a cop, you have to tell your friends. If you're a cop, it's the law. You have to tell your friends or it's entrapment.
But no, you please check the show notes, download a copy, read it for yourself. It's something special. And we're happy to be able to archive this somewhere.
Yeah, it deserves to exist in people's people should see this. It's absurd.
All right, let's get into it then, shall we?
Wait. Yes.
We don't have an official release date for this one because it was a supplement for the Dallas Times-Herald. I could not find the newspaper date that it was stuffed into. I imagine a Sunday edition, but who knows?
Sunday, that's the day I go shark fishing.
Cover date, however, is October of 1983. This should take place exactly between Professor Xavier is a Jerk, Uncanny X-Men number 168, and the start of the Wolverine miniseries.
I mean, Professor Xavier's in a wheelchair here.
Yeah, well, so it seems like the creative staff was referring to X-Men comics from the 60s through most of this.
Yeah.
So, officially, this does take place between Professor Xavier is a Jerk and the start of the Wolverine miniseries. You'll just have to take my word for it.
Why is he in a wheelchair?
Because why is he trying to find mutants before Magneto does? Why is Magneto in charge of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants?
And why is Magneto at some point tries to kill Kitty, even though like that was his whole thing? Like that was his big turn. Is like, oh man, I almost killed the X-Men haven't seen it so long. Young mutant Jewish girl, and then this thing he throws a fucking motorcycle at her. All right, Toby, you asked about Ariel earlier. Ariel is Kitty Pryde. Her name used to be Sprite.
Then Ariel.
So
now in continuity where me and Pat are at is Shadowcat.
Ariel hasn't really been an in comics, like in main canon name for her. We saw it in
God Loves Man Kills.
We saw it in X-Men versus the Micronauts, which we are considering extremely soft canon.
And it is X-Men versus the Micronauts is advertised in this comic.
It sure is. So she goes by Ariel in this one. She has that same strange like green costume with the
green diamonds over her eyes. Yeah.
What I think that tells us is that this is not a canon story.
If it's Ariel, it's not canon. Maybe canonized later, like God Loves Man Kills. But if it's Ariel, it's not canon.
Is there a rhyme for that? If Kitty is...
If Ariel's her name,
What rhymes with Ariel?
Nothing rhymes with Ariel.
All right.
Carriel. Oh, if her name is Ariel, this ain't in your carry-all of X-Men canon.
There we go. That old adage. Our issue opens with the X-Men, Cyclops, Storm, Colossus, and Nightcrawler huddled back to back in the middle of a danger room exercise. Kitty Pryde, still going by Ariel at this point, and Professor Xavier monitor from the booth as each X-Man shows off their unique power to complete their test.
Pat, suddenly, you forgot when in your recap, in this recap that you wrote, you forgot that Wolverine is there too.
Wolverine is also there. Toby, I think you left that out when you were writing this. Suddenly, the training halts and the X-Men are ordered to the control booth at once. Professor X explains that Cerebro has detected a mutant in Dallas, Texas, and the X-Men must get there at once to recruit the boy before the evil Magneto can get to him.
Oh, okay.
Now,
we're back to this.
It has been, I want to say, 15 years at this point since Professor Xavier has gone looking for a new mutant because he was worried that Magneto would get to him first and recruit him for the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
He just woke up that day with like a specific type of anxiety.
Yeah,
it's like, what if Magneto gets this one? And they're all like, off panel, they're all like, Professor, he doesn't do that anymore. And it's like, what if?
I haven't seen him in years.
and yet, he's correct.
Cut to the State Fair of Texas in Dallas, where a shady man in a big purple overcoat walks through the crowd towards the horse barn, where he finds a young blonde boy shoeing a horse. After buying Daniel Wiley, the horse boy, snacks and talking to him about his horses, Daniel feels seen and explains his life story. Apparently, Daniel's...
Yeah, nobody ever understood Daniel because nobody likes horses, apparently.
Finally, somebody that likes horses.
I've been looking my whole life for another person, especially a grown man whose face I can't see, that likes horses.
What kind of Texas State Fair is this? Everybody's like, these horses suck.
Ew, horses.
I hate horses. Apparently, Daniel's father was a secret government scientist who retired after an accident and started a horse farm.
Again, going back to you have to be exposed to radiation to have a mutant baby.
After becoming obsessed with horses, one night Daniel's mutant power kicked in. He grew a horse body and big wings and changed into a centaur/Pegasus hybrid.
Yeah, he calls himself a centaur, but he's got wings.
He's got wings. Later,
it's one of your winged boys.
Winged boy.
A winged boy. As far as we know, he might also be part unicorn, right?
Why?
He is one of a kind.
Well,
why would he also be part? Yeah, I mean,
we know he's centaur because he's a human on some sort of horse's body.
Yes.
We know he's a Pegasus because it has wings.
Wait, is this just Angel again?
So how do we know that the horse's body isn't actually a unicorn's body with a Pegasus wings?
Oh, okay. So he's a centaur because he's got a human torso. He's a unicorn because he's got a unicorn's body.
And he's a Pegasus.
Got the Pegasus because of the wings. He just doesn't have he doesn't have a horn because it's a human head.
Because it's the human, because the front half is human.
Okay.
So he discovers.
How do we know he isn't a literal angel? Because he's got wings too.
Yeah, maybe those are angel's wings.
and a dove.
And the halo is missing because the top half is human.
And how do we know he isn't Jack be nimble, Jack be quick? Because he's a little blonde boy.
What if he's got the digestive tract of a cow?
And he seems to have no genitals, so maybe he has the genitals of a fish that like tuck up inside him and have to unfold when he's ready to mate.
He discovers he can change into a hybrid of a centaur, Pegasus, unicorn, dove,
fish, angel,
cow, pig, goat.
Yeah.
Later, discovering he could change back at will. Later, the stranger returns to his weird spaceship and turns out to be none other than Magneto, who senses courage in Daniel and wants to recruit him to his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants in an attempt to rule the world.
He hasn't had a Brotherhood of Evil Mutants in fucking a decade and a half.
Yeah, since pre-Dark Era. Since before they were canceled. This is, I'm telling you, David Kraft.
Really a shame about them being canceled, by the way. Say they said a racial slur. Actually, oh my god, they literally did.
the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants all said a racial slur?
No, in the Neil Adams, Roy Thomas run, remember Cyclops says a racial slur, and very shortly after the X-Men get canceled.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, anyway.
I'm not sure about all these eras of Magneto, but I thought it was very weird of him to just call himself evil. He was like, I am an evil man and I want to do my evil stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had an era.
Yeah.
But I don't think that David Kraft has read an issue of the X-Men since the 60s. I think somebody was like, these are the current X-Men, these are their powers. He could figure that out well enough, but
and they handed him some comics and he was like, no, I got it. And then they were like, no, you should read these. And like, I got it. And he knocks them to the ground.
Soon, the X-Men land in Dallas and split up into teams. Scott and Aurora go search the Age of Steam exhibit. Logan and Kurt go look near the big giant metal statue of a cowboy named Tex, who serves as the mascot of the fair. Peter, Kitty, and Xavier all go look at some cars before giving up.
Dude. Okay. Wolverine dressed like a cowboy. Kitty Pryde. Her outfit is fucking phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah. They're all, Kurt's just walking around blue with like an old newsboy cap on.
Like Kitty Pryde has a red kerchief, green jeans, and like a green cowboy shirt or like a denim shirt. She looks fucking great, and a big Texas belt buckle. She looks great. Like Dolly Parton.
It is. They're all very well dressed. It's maybe this still does have a some sort of partnership with a department store. It's clearly just an advertisement for the Texas State Fair, which
100%.
This whole thing is, but at this point they are just looking at different sites that are at the Texas State Fair and saying, wow, look how amazing this is. Our mutant's not here, but this is beautiful.
Did Professor X really want Eques, or did he just want to see the fair?
He just wanted
exactly.
It turned out there was actually a mutant there, but he was making it up.
At the end of it, they give up and they say it's obvious that this fair has too much to see in just one day.
Even though this story takes place over the course of like 4 days. There's several captions in this story that's like, the next day. Also, Lena Horne is playing.
Yeah, at the movie theater, I imagine.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
They return the next day, taking seats in something called the Cotton Bowl.
I didn't know what the Cotton Bowl was.
It's a real place.
It's called the Cotton Bowl.
Something called the Cotton Bowl is how it's
then why did you say it like that, Pat? I thought you knew what the Cotton Bowl was.
Where Xavier instantly senses the mutant boy. However, he also senses Magneto, who senses him back. Ariel darts after them while Professor X telepathically summons the rest of the X-Men from around the fair. Magneto quickly convinces young dumb Daniel that the X-Men are here to kidnap him and enslave him. Daniel must flee. Ariel,
the man who likes horses told me that these superheroes want to enslave me.
Ariel pops in through the wall at that moment and right back out when Magneto throws a motorcycle at her.
Jesus Christ!
Trying to kill her. This is all taking place in a horse barn, too. It's such a...
By the way, the next page is a big word search in Professor Xavier's head.
Oh my god, the little puzzles and games for children in this are ridiculous, and that one is the most ridiculous. They double the size of his forehead so they can get a word search in there.
Word search. Yeah.
Magneto and Daniel run off to the horse barn where he changes into his Magneto clothes. The X-Men show up stating they only want to talk, but Magneto uses his powers to pretend like the X-Men are throwing horseshoes and hammers and stuff at them. This convinces Daniel to change into his flying horseboy form, who Magneto now calls Eques.
He's Eques now.
That's such a Magneto-ass name to give him.
Get him, Charge into battle, noble Eques.
Yeah, exactly. When Professor X insults him, Eques charges right at the man, so Nightcrawler puts him in a headlock. How
Professor X
effective
does
is that going to be
insult-
against a centaur?
Professor X does insult the little boy. He calls
That's
him a
true.
dupe.
He calls it, "Don't do that, you dupe."
Dupe am I?
The other X-Men go after Magneto, but since two were made of metal, it doesn't go so well.
It's so funny. He just sticks Wolverine in the ceiling.
Yeah.
He's just like thunk. Damn it! Let me down.
It's like they never fought Magneto before. They are just throwing their metalist men at him.
Yeah. We have another word search. Right after that, but it's not. It's next to It's below Professor Xavier's head, not in it.
It's not in his mind.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Eques tackles Cyclops and takes to the sky where Storm is now battling Magneto. But what about the horses back in the barn, says Eques.
Jesus Christ.
Because he threw Colossus into the barn at full speed.
Yes, yeah. And he left all the villains down there.
Horses? Who cares about the idiotic horses, replies Magneto. So Eques chokes him out.
The turn here is that Magneto doesn't actually like horses.
You shouldn't have lied about that, man. Magneto falls from the sky and Big Tex, the statue, kicks him in the pants ass. The next day, Eques talks with the X-Men and apologizes for believing Magneto. They ask him to join the team, but he'd rather live in peace with the horses. The X-Men are cool with that, and they're just happy to check out the rest of the wonderful Texas State Fair.
This kid's a creep. No, I just want to spend more time with my horses. I don't like Eques.
No one understands me but the horses.
And nobody else likes horses like I do.
Ew, and he can turn himself into a horse? Do you think he's like...
Patrick!
What? I'm saying.
Well, no, he has the fish. He has the fish genitals. He can't do anything.
Oh, that's right. That's right. By the way, Eques adds, I love how you used your powers to make Big Tex kick Magneto in his pants ass. But we didn't make Big Tex kick Magneto in the pants ass, says Storm. Big Tex looks into the camera and winks. The end. This was so good.
Is Big Tex a mutant?
He's a robot. He's a big robot.
How do you get that tall? There's big guys of mutants, right?
Yeah, there's some big guys of mutants. So like,
yeah,
sure. Yeah, I mean, he clearly has a sentience. Yeah. The living Big Tex.
That's right. He could go toe to toe with the living pharaoh, the living monolith.
Living monolith. Toby, what'd you think of the X-Men versus the Texas State Fair?
I thought it was a lot more tame than our last one. I feel like it kind of, instead of all the stupid, weird remarks that Obnoxio had, it was just like, isn't this fair great, guys?
Yeah. The ricochet was insane. The whiplash going from something that was trying so hard to be funny and failing spectacularly to something that's like just trying to be fun and cute for kids and being so funny unintentionally.
And it works for what it is. It is this is a comic that kids in the 1980s would have thought this was a little corny, but if this was 1970s, little kids would have fucking loved this thing.
Yeah. And it is very I expected a lot more of a cynical tone coming from David Kraft, but I mean, this is for children, so they've really tamed it.
I was just thinking the whole time, why do they want this random guy who can just turn into a horse?
Just get a horse.
Because otherwise he'll turn into an evil horse.
Just get a horse. If you want a horse on the team, just get a horse. I think it's interesting that Eques never. I mean, he's a terrible character, but it's interesting that he never came back, even like in any way. You'd think at least like so in post Civil War era of the Marvel Civil War, not
Reconstruction. Oh
no. The Marvel Civil War in the 2000s. They had the 50 States Initiative, where the government recruited like 5 superheroes in every state, and every state had their own state-sponsored or federal superhero team.
Yeah,
like in real life or in the
in real life. So you think, how cool would it have been if the Texas team had Eques?
Ooh, what a callback that would have been. Eques makes no further appearances.
No, and this X-Men, Uncanny X-Men at the State Fair of Texas would have suddenly been like this massive collector's item, right?
Yes, we'd be rich.
Well, it would have happened 10 years before we did
wouldn't have
this.
bought it.
We wouldn't have gotten
the same price.
Yeah, X-Men at the State Fair of Texas. Yeah, I was worried we wouldn't have that much to say about it. And we definitely don't have as much to say about it as we had to say about Obnoxio.
Yeah, but that's because it's just a better made comic, honestly.
Yeah. And it's just like a lot more. Yeah, I remember reading comics like this at like KB Toys or something, where it was just like,
sure,
mostly
like
an advertisement.
Giveaways.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like Spider-Man has been in 10,000 of these.
That's fine. It tickled like a little nostalgia armpit.
Toby, do you know what a KB Toys is?
Okay. I have no idea.
Toys R Us? Do you know Toys R Us?
I do know Toys R Us. Yep.
And it's not just a website to you.
Nope. I'm pretty sure I've been there.
It's a seller on Amazon. Yeah, you've been to a Toys R Us
before they all went away.
Yeah, they're gone now.
Yeah.
There's one next to
Are there even Babies R Us?
Babies R Us is
your house.
Damn
it! I knew it was a mistake to have this kid on.
Very good.
God, now I'm embarrassed. I've been.
Now they all know about you being a big baby.
I've been mogged. Is that what the kids say these days?
All right. Don't embarrass yourself more.
Okay. Pat, what did you think of this arc of the X-Men? Remember that era where they fought a clown at their house and an ice cream man, and then they went to Texas and met a horse boy?
Yeah, I think this adds so much more context to the events of 1983, like the Wolverine miniseries.
Yeah, keep going. Tell me what layers of depth and context this gives. Like go into. I want to hear. No, clearly you have some really. I see it in the notes here. You have some really deep thoughts about what this means. How this is like a lost chapter in all their personal lives and how it affects their characters.
You're just waiting to interrupt me. You're waiting for me to
stuff that you could buy out. If you had a time machine that you would like to try out, it has deals and steals.
Oh, shut up, Matt, because it is time for Pat's Steals and Deals.
I'm talking.
Today, we're gonna take the the back cover of this X-Men at the State Fair of Texas issue. If you check the show notes, you can download a copy right now and go look at this as we talk about it. But we are talking about
what a service we provide. Maybe you should go to patreon.com/mutant menace to thank us for our great service.
Yeah, you absolutely chip in $1.
Just $1. You get so much. Okay.
Anyway, this one comes from Morgan Boots. Walk away with a sensational deal. Don Morgan and Spider-Man want to share the incredible savings with you, and so can you. Seriously, I love a misplaced "and so can you." Simply present this ad at any Morgan Boot location and get half off list price on any great exotic boot store-wide.
And then it says and then it's got some brands that you can't read. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that is sticking out to me most about this ad.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is lassoing the logo to Morgan Boots, and he's carrying the little mascot of Don Morgan, who I guess is
a little creepy fucking ghost white man.
And he's holding on to Spider-Man, but he's kicking his little legs out in both directions. Spider-Man must be like, dude, fucking stay still. Stay still. This is so hard.
Fucking up my momentum.
This sucks. Stop kicking your legs, Don Morgan.
There's two reasons I chose this ad, and I'll tell you both of them. Number one, the picture of Don Morgan as a haunted Victorian child sporting a pencil mustache.
Oh my God. It totally looks like an Edward Gorey drawing. Yeah. This
man thought this looked good for his businesses. And then every other advertisement in this comic, clearly Marvel was like, hey, please let your local businesses use Spider-Man to advertise. Here are a bunch of pictures of Spider-Man that they can paste into their ads. But the graphic artist for Morgan Boots said, no,
I got this.
I'm already drawing Don Morgan. I'm drawing Spider-Man in the same style. And he takes his own crack at Spider-Man, and it looks like a graphic artist took their own crack at drawing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because he has eyes, but they're red.
They're red.
You can't see him.
He looks angry. He's about to kill Don Morgan.
Because he won't stop kicking.
He won't stop kicking around. He won't stop kicking his boots around.
And he's holding Don Morgan by the belt.
He is. And Don Morgan is gripping him very tight.
He's like twice the size of Don Morgan also.
Yes, Don Morgan is a short man.
So like
appear. And Spider-Man has no muscle definition whatsoever.
So I'm going to break the tradition of Pat Steals and Steals and talk about some of the other ads in here, because you're right. There's Spider-Man is in almost all of them. So there's like Walt's, the appliance supermarket, and Spider-Man is climbing out of a washing machine. They also have a Spider-Man appearance on October 29th, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And then Wing Tips Halloween Festival at the Redbird Mall. I don't know what Wing Tips means, but Spider-Man is swinging over top of some ghouls and goblins. You have the Incredible Hulk shilling for Boot Town.
So we've got a total of, it looks like 8 local businesses advertising with Spider-Man.
One with the Hulk.
One with the Hulk. One with the X-Men. And there is one page with 3 separate ads featuring Spider-Man.
Oh man, the RCA one is also really bad.
Yeah. That's another one where they chose to.
You can see his butt in the background.
Yeah.
His little balls hanging down. They clearly got sick of the line work on this one, too.
Oh, yeah. So this is the one with the 3 Spider-Mans. The RCA color sale at J.G. Boyd. Dolphin Pool Supply and Service. You got Spider-Man swinging around. And then Allied Distributor window walls.
Matt, they're not going to pay us if you're reading the ad copy like this.
Fuck. Yeah, some interesting. So there's also a bunch of little games in this that rule, and there's no real way to. Oh, and there's Spider-Man advertising Chi-Chi's.
Yep. There's a good Crunch and Munch one in there too.
Toby, you wouldn't know Chi-Chi's, but it's kind of like a even more Tex-Mex Chili's.
Okay.
And does Chili's even exist anymore?
Yeah.
Chili's was
there's still Chili's, but they're doing like McDonald's level stuff. They're like a sit-down McDonald's.
Chili's was like the Tex-Mex Applebee's, and Chi-Chi's was even a little bit more Tex-Mex.
Well, they leaned heavier towards Mex than Tex.
Chi-Chi's?
Chi-Chi's did, yeah.
Okay, and then Chili's leaned more towards Tex.
They used to make a fucking fried ice cream that was 100% my shit. It was like a fried shell around cold ice cream. It was so good.
I miss Chi-Chi's.
I miss Chi-Chi's too. Bring back Chi-Chi's.
Bring back Chi-Chi's.
If there's one thing you're taken away from this episode,
hashtag bring back Chi-Chi's.
It's hashtag bring back Chi-Chi's.
Guys, post that everywhere. You don't even have to say I love Mutant Menace, hashtag bring back Chi-Chi's on every social media site. So there's a lot of cool like games in this. There's Cyclops, and he says he needs his visor, and there's a connect the dots, and it's just
oh right, isn't he threatening to kill you?
I am Cyclops. Whatever you're doing, I'm here to stop you now. I'm reading a comic book.
Don't talk to me like that, man.
Then there's Professor X wants you to name the animals, and it's name that Pokemon, but with actual animals. It's just like the outlines of animals. There's those word searches we talked about before. This comic rules. World's best comic. World's best comic book. X-Men and Uncanny X-Men at the State Fair of Texas.
And you can have access to it too. Just go to the show notes. We've digitized it. We've archived it.
He's got an eye out, stuff that you could buy out. If you had a time machine that you would like to try out, it's at Deals and Seal.
All right, folks, thank you for being here. Thanks for listening this far. Thanks for already liking, commenting, sharing, telling your friends. We're thanking you in advance. We're trusting you.
We trust you. Hashtag bring back Chi-Chi's.
That's right.
And Toby, my son, the
yes, Papa,
product of my DNA and my what? Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I love you very much.
I love you too.
Anything you want to plug, Toby?
Not
you want a bunch of nerds to follow you on social media?
You can find my Instagram through my dad's if you really want.
He's just a guy. He's just
but
doing things.
I would say watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure if you can. It's a great show.
Okay. All right.
Very
so I wanted to plug that.
You can plug. There's no rule in podcasting saying you can't plug somebody else's projects.
I'm going to go watch that. I don't know what that is.
It's good.
All right.
I haven't seen it either. I'm still watching Attacky Titans.
Mm-hmm.
I have a plug. It is our Patreon. Folks, you can join for free and get our reading lists. You can also pay whatever you want, minimum $1, and get bonus content from us. We put out our Puffy Faffin podcast every once in a while. You get outtake reels. You get early bonus episodes.
I also want to say thank you to Krills Wilson for the music and Julia Selly for the voice of Trish Tilby.
That's right.
And I guess there's only one last thing we should do, which is say the thing that we say at the end of every single episode.
Toby, you're a regular listener. Why don't you kick us off?
Wait,
the one that
guys,
you know,
the thing you say at the end of every one, right?
Yeah, just say that one.
Like I know
our
you
famous sign off.
Okay. Tough noogies, guys.
That's right, Toby. And remember, give him a little goose with my Sterling Stogie.
That's right, folks. As always, sports.